"Let the bravest young man enter the evil forest," the king announced. "Whoever returns with the sacred staff will marry the princess and inherit the throne." The evil forest was filled with dark magic and deadly creatures. Few who entered ever returned. When Princess Amara told Ikenna about the king's challenge, he hesitated. The forest was dangerous and he had no noble blood to protect him. But his love for Amara outweighed his fear, and with a determined heart, he agreed to join the quest. On the appointed day, the young men gathered at the village square. The air was thick with tension as the native doctor prepared them with charms and warnings. "Stay on the path," he cautioned. "Do not look back and beware of the spirits that roam." They entered the forest and soon the dangers became real. The forest seemed alive, shadows twisting and strange sounds echoing. Some men turned back, others vanished without a trace. 3 days passed, and by then, only 2 men were left: Ikenna and Ejike. Ejike was a proud young man from a wealthy family, determined to claim the throne. Then, at last, Ikenna found it, the sacred staff, gleaming with power. But as he held it, a sudden blow struck him from behind. Ejike had attacked him, his eyes dark with jealousy. He collected the staff from Ikenna, leaving him lifeless on the ground, and returned to the village. The villagers cheered when Ejike returned with the staff. The king was relieved. At last, a man from a reputable family would wed his daughter. But Princess Amara wept bitterly when she heard of Ikenna's death. Her heart broke with the weight of guilt, knowing she had convinced him to enter the forest. The day of the coronation arrived. The kingdom gathered to witness Ejike's crowning as the new king. Just as the ceremony was about to begin, a hush fell over the crowd. From the forest edge, a figure emerged, dusty, weary but alive. It was Ikenna, and in his hand was the true sacred staff. Gasps filled the crowd as Ikenna began to speak. "Ejike left me dead in the forest, but an old man, a spirit of the forest, he woke me and handed me this staff. He told me that the truth would always prevail." The native doctor examined both staffs, and it was clear that Ikenna's was the real one. Ejike's face twisted in horror as the king's guards seized him. "Take him away," the king ordered, eyes cold with disappointment. The crowd roared with joy as Ikenna, the humble and courageous young man, was dressed in the royal robes. Princess Amara's face lit up with happiness. Her beloved was finally recognized for the man he truly was. But as Ikenna knelt for the crowning, an old woman entered the hall. Her voice trembled as she spoke. "Stop! There is something the king must know." She was Ikenna's mother, but her gaze was fixed on the king. In the trembling voice, she spoke. "Your Majesty, there is something you should know." Her gaze was heavy with a long-buried sorrow. "Years ago, you and I were in love. But when I became pregnant, you abandoned me." The king's face drained of color as he stared at her in shock, and Ikenna looked at his mother in disbelief. "Yes, Ikenna is your son," she said. her voice breaking. "You are his father." The revelation hits like a thunderbolt. Princess Amara's face fell as she realized that the man she loved was her own brother. Silence settled over the crowd, the weight of the truth hanging heavy. The king lowered his head, filled with regrets for the choices he had made long ago.
Game, thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all. If you like my contents, please do well to engage and subscribe, and tell me the next content you want me to talk about or create. I love you all. Bye bye.